Target Trading Academy.
Good afternoon, everybody. Preston Vogl here at Target Trading Academy with today's micros market recap. Let's get right into it. First and foremost, it is Friday, January 27th, well after the New York close. Yes, I'm here on a Friday. No, I don't always stick around on a Friday. I don't think most people should. Just gets a little slow. Starting us off, micro oil, we opened right at that range high from yesterday. That close was around here. Had initial run down. Buyers stepped in. Looked like we might make some new highs all within that first 5 minutes or so. That's pretty volatile. But the sellers turned it around and ultimately just kept driving it down. You can see the response at these HVAs. When sellers had that much weight, I mean, that support is wavering. We're just looking for the resistance at that point. Nothing else really set up for anybody with that. In terms of gold, today we opened pretty much at the close of yesterday, had a run up, news came out, pressure, some bleed through on that HVA, bounced off, found resistance here, came back down, support, boom, drove it back up, monster move. This is kind of around the move that around that same time that oil started really selling off. But with oil finishing that down, gold finishing slightly net down from yesterday, so that's 2 down. As far as our equities go, well, it was another interesting day. Just another melt up for the most part. As far as the ES goes, we opened below the close from yesterday and had a straight run up to it, got it, came back down, and just look at that trend. Buyers straight in charge right off the bat. Some news came out right around when that HVA hit. You can see the support around there, that response, and that news. With news in general, you shouldn't really be trading around it or even during it. That's just asking for trouble. And as such, we don't expect those levels to really maintain their support or resistance. One, you're opening up with those news announcements right on them. Can they? Yes, but that doesn't mean you should be trading them during news. No one should really be trading during news for that matter. But ultimately, that volatility got driven up. It consolidated, and it made some new highs here for us. Eventually, they melted back down, hitting and testing those lows. They were rejected to go any lower. We were waiting to see how it responded at this edge. Several students took that entry there, but we were waiting to see if they'll eventually break down and keep going down. But they did not. They chose to go the other way. They rejected going lower. We were waiting to see that move. They came back up, hit that edge again, and fought this tooth and nail, ultimately breaking away, making new highs for the day, and then coming back down to that contention area at this HVA. So, needless to say, ES finishes net up. As far as the NASDAQ goes, micro NASDAQ, similar story. We were opening, scroll back here for you. We were opening actually just around that close. I want to say pretty much on it. So it's hard to tell. I think it was only a few points or so away, but I'm pretty sure we opened right on it. And then it just went straight up. Similar story, hitting that resistance, became support at that HVA edge. I failed to mention that these levels are given the night before the next day's trading activity, meaning, well, tomorrow there is no market that is open for futures. So we're not going to give the levels tonight. They'll most likely be put out either tomorrow morning or Sunday morning for Monday or Sunday evening session that will open up. Again, you see that news that came out. In this case, had a little bit of bleed through, but again, it held. Not recommended to trade during news, like I've said before. Ultimately, the sentiment for the day was positive, and getting in the way of that is a riskier move. But nonetheless, if you have the proper risk management, you can look for shorts. You have to implement the money management and risk management that comes along with it when you have such a heavy sentiment to go higher. With that said, obviously NASDAQ is finishing net positive. It did get to its contract high, making a little bit of a new one, hitting it twice for all intents and purposes and getting smacked each time. If you are interested in learning more information about these levels and how you can get them onto your charts the night before the next day's trading endeavor, feel free to reach out to us. Or if you're interested in learning about the methodology that we teach in the room to our students live throughout the trading days when the markets are open, Again, feel free to reach out to us. We are Target Trading Academy. You can find us on Facebook or go to our website at targettrading.co. Again, that is targettrading.co. Get in touch with the representative at either location. They'll gladly show you what we do in our rooms each and every day, and you'll be able to see for yourself why we are the #1 trading education company in the world. We look forward to seeing you there.